Hey guys, how you doing? Dave here. The other day I had a couple of cans of tuna kicking around and a box of frozen puff pastry. Each on their own is kind of boring, but you put them together and you get this. Tuna pies. They're flaky, delicious, filled with flavor. So let me show you how to make them. We're going to start here by melting down 2 tablespoons of butter. This is unsalted butter, by the way. Then we're going to add in 1 small chopped onion, 3 cloves of chopped garlic, and we're just going to stir and saute this just to the point where it's fragrant. And if you watched any of my videos, you know this is my most favorite smell in the whole wide world. Now the onion and garlic are nice and fragrant, we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and just kind of give this a stir around just for a minute or 2 until it's cooked. Just until you get a bit of a roux happening here. Now the flour is cooked, we're going to add in a cup of milk, half at a time. And give it a little stir. Now add in the other half. And we're just going to stir this until it becomes, kind of creamy. Okay, this is getting a little bit thicker here. And I should add, this is just 2% milk. I mean, you can use heavy cream if you want, but depending on how diet conscious you are. Alright, now we're going to kill the heat. Next we're going to add in the remaining ingredients, starting with 2 cans, which is about, I'd say 240 grams of drained tuna, half a cup of corn, and half a cup of frozen peas. Last but not least, grate in, I'd say about half a cup of your favorite cheese. I'm using old cheddar here, it's my favorite, but you can use whatever you want. Just to make it real cheesy. Oh, and by the way, how do you make a person sing beautifully? Tuna them. Give it a good seasoning with a pinch of salt and some ground black pepper. I'm a pepper lover, so I'm going to add lots. What you want to do now is give this a good gentle mix. You don't want to mix it too hard, you don't want to crush the salmon up too badly. And then you give it a taste and, adjust the seasoning according to your liking. I think this is going to be so good. Sorry guys, did I say salmon? This is tuna. Oh, it's a fish. Okay, what we're going to do now is let this yummy mixture cool completely while we work on the pastry. So to do the pastry, we're going to flour up our surface here. And this is just so the pastry doesn't stick. Give the rolling pin a good application of flour too, because I find sometimes it sticks. Lay the puff pastry on, and we're just going to begin to roll it out here. And this is just puff pastry I bought in the grocery store. You can just get it anywhere in the frozen section. I guess if you're really energetic, you can make it from scratch, but it's so much easier this way. This is pretty good here now. It's about 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch thick, so that's about perfect. Now I've just placed my puff pastry on a board here, so I'm just going to take my handy dandy pizza cutter and try and cut this in about 3 even pieces. I'd say something like this. And try and get it as straight as you can. Scoop up some of our ever so delicious tuna pie mixture and then just place it on one end of the puff pastry. Oops. Simply take one end and fold it over the other. You can fold this any way you want, really. Grab up my fork and then just kind of pinch out the edges just so it's sealed up and looks real pretty. Doesn't that look pretty, guys? So we'll just repeat this for the remaining pastry and filling. We're just going to lift these puppies up and put them on our baking sheet, lined with our fabulous Chef Cosmo baking mat. You can just use parchment paper too. After our tuna pies are nicely laid out, we're going to make up a simple egg wash, which is just an egg and about a tablespoon of milk. Give it a little beating. Grab up my brush and give our tuna pies a nice application of the egg wash. You have to excuse my brush. It went through the dishwasher and did not like it. But it still works. I should mention too that this will give you about, I'd say 8 to 10 tuna pies, depending on the size. These ones are, I'd say about 3 by 5. Okay, we're going to slip these into a 400 degree Fahrenheit preheated oven, that's 200 Celsius, for 15 to 20 minutes, just until they brown. And if you don't want to bake these or don't have an oven, you can deep fry them too. After 15 minutes in the oven, there you have it, guys, our tuna pies. And I have to say they turned out just gorgeous. Alright, let's give these a taste. These are delicious, guys. They're rich, creamy, cheesy. The tuna is great. The puff pastry is fabulous. I just love these. It's must try for sure. So for this recipe and many more great recipes, head on over to cookandshare.com. All kinds of great stuff over there. Thanks for subscribing, and catch you next time. And I'm going to eat more tuna pie.